Hello and welcome. George Crump, lead analyst with Storage Switzerland. Here giving you an update on our ongoing test drive of the Nasuni Filer, which is a cloud back-ended virtual NAS that we've written about and tested extensively. We're almost approaching a year of use now with certainly no issues whatsoever. So you can see right now that our capacity and utilization continues to grow. Here's our total storage in the cloud. Here's how much space we've saved. Probably more importantly, you can see that we've been constantly trending up. Here's the different volumes that are active. You can see this one has an interesting name and a feature that we'll talk about in an upcoming video. But for today, though, we want to focus on the migration capability that was part of the 2.4 release and something that my colleague Eric Slack just wrote a briefing report on. So we will go to shares and share migration. What we're going to try to do is migrate. You can use this migration function to migrate from a local volume to the cloud. You can also use it, and we think is an interesting use case, as a way to migrate between different cloud providers if you need to switch contracts or something like that. So that's what we're going to test today. As is usually the case, or often the case I should say, we're doing this without reading the directions, so you're seeing it live, and we'll see how well we do just by navigating the menus. So we'll click on Share Migration. And you can see right now we have no current migrations active. So we want to add a migration, but we get an error message that says we don't have any migration sources, so we need to go ahead and configure that, and we'll click on this hot link here. So the source server that we want to migrate from is sorry, 70. We're going to migrate our Filer-2011 volume, and we really have no username or password. Let's see how that works. Okay, so there's our connected migration source. Now we'll go ahead and try to add the migration. Let's see how that works. There's our source share. We'll give it a migration name of test migration, and we'll give it a I was gonna have to look. I thought I was gonna have to look up the source folder, but the guys in Nasuni know who I am and how unprepared I normally am for these things. So we'll just go ahead and migrate our scripts folder. Select that. And then here's our destination volumes. We'll move that over to our files directory, and we'll give it a destination folder, and we'll call that we'll just move it to our home folder backup directory. So we'll select that, and you can see we're ready to go, and this is moving from one cloud vendor to another cloud vendor as well. So very interesting. So we can just hit save here and create a migration. And now you can see it's calculating the amount of time it's going to take, and the process is going. So, and it also gives us, as you can see here, it's scanning the current tree, letting us know how long it's going to take. And there you go. That was obviously a pretty small folder. So we are good to go, and we will go over to our files directory, or share, sorry. and we put that in home folder backup, as I recall. And you can see there our migration log of what happened, and the files that were migrated are starting to come into presence now. So there they all are. So very, very effective. Good use of the migration function. Like I said, I really like the capability of migrating between providers. So it was a very small test. It was a very small file. But I think it demonstrates the point that you can move between providers with just a couple of clicks. So that's it for George Crump tuning out here. As I said, we've got a couple more things that we want to update you on the Nasuni, so look for additional videos in the very near future.